Hey guys, ready for another episode of Mrs. Witchy Perfect's Tarot? We're doing collective reading for December 8th through the 14th. So glad you're with me this week because I have some great cards that I already pulled. So the theme of this coming week is there's going to be stagnation. You're going to be waiting for your ship to come in. But in the meantime, you need to get your enthusiasm back. Okay. So the first card I pulled, once you get your enthusiasm back, you're going to have a lot of celebration. I need to keep going with my thought because I have a million thoughts in my head and they're all going at once. So, get your enthusiasm back. You have friendship here. Of course, the Three of Cups is about community, celebration. And the Two of Cups is about love or partnership or unions or something, connection, harmony, attraction. So it just seems to me like the theme of this week is you are waiting for something to come in. And we do have duplicate cards here, so I'm going to try to go fast. So the first card is the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is about, traveling, moving forward, being happy with your choices, hard work paying off, experiencing life, waiting for your ship to come in. And your ship will come in, but it's going to take a little time. So the hanged man, or the hanged man, as they say across the pond, right? So the hanged man here is all about changing your perception, but it's also about stagnation. So feeling trapped, confined, self-limiting, uncertain, lack of direction, needing release, letting go, sacrifice, waiting, perspective, a lesson to be learned, a unique viewpoint. So really what this is asking you to do is to change your perspective on something. And yes, there's going to be stagnation, but you need to meditate. You need to take time for yourself and you need to change your perspective on your ship coming in. So this tells me that there is going to be some waiting here. There could be something you're trying to manifest, just like me. There could be something that you are waiting for. So you could be waiting for a job offer. You could be waiting for a job interview. You could be waiting for something that you need to remember that this is stagnation. So remember that he has his body in this position, but yet he has an epiphany. So there's like an idea that he's seeing from a different perspective. So remember that even if you're waiting for your ship to come in and, that stagnation, remember to get your enthusiasm back. Okay. Sorry, that told my background. The next card I pulled, of course, was the Three of Cups. And I was saying this earlier, that you need to keep your wits about you and, be with friends, be with your community, do things for your community, get yourself out there. Don't just sit around. You're going to see a new perspective if you get out and about, but you need to, take the initiative and get your enthusiasm back. So this is the next card I pulled, which is the Page of Wands. Remember, this is a person who is very energetic and courageous. Take that next step or do something out of your comfort zone, as long as it's, of course, not illegal, right? So like if there's something positive that you always wanted to do, so you wanted to feed the homeless or you wanted to do some charity work, this would be a perfect time to get that enthusiasm and get your name out there and get you networking or whatever. Because we also have the Two of Cups. So this could be a partnership, a union, connection, harmony, attraction, compatibility, agreement, mutual respect, balance, emotional bond, understanding, intimacy, trust, equality, proposals, engagement, and marriage. Again, once you get yourself out there, you get your new, your enthusiasm back, and people are going to take notice and they're going to want to spend time with you. They're going to want to be around you. So the clarifier cards that I pulled for the Three of Wands, I have the Six of Pentacles. Remember, to give is also to receive. Every blessing you give will eventually be returned to you. So remember, this is the charity card. Six of Pentacles usually has a man with scales and he's giving to, it looks like a couple of poor people who really need it. So because this is December, this is Yule time or Christmas excuse me, sorry. This is Yule time, Christmas time, Hanukkah time, festive, whatever, festive celebrations here. So give more than you receive, okay? Remember that this is the season of charity, if you can do that, because this week seems like a good week for charity. So another clarifier, I pulled the King of Swords. We can all learn important things from each other. And she's sitting there in a typewriter and she's typing. Now, I know many of us don't have typewriters anymore because those are passe, right? If you have a typewriter, I'm sure it's worth money. But I mean, you're sitting at your computer and like she's sitting at a typewriter and she's thinking her thoughts. So I'm saying write it down. Like if you have like a journal that you journal ideas into, but also put your thoughts and your dreams down. If you have any thoughts that you can put down there. So I'm thinking like this sounds like a really cool idea, like to journal or to, maybe type out your things, like your ideas, even if you're doing that. Maybe you've been wanting to write a book. Like I'm also feeling like some of we have authors in the audience, authors. So if you've been meaning to write a book, remember that this can encourage you. This might be your sign. This may be your confirmation that you are an an author. So maybe you want to write that fantasy book or write a book that you have been wanting to. And remember that if you ever do get stuck, okay, so like if you get writer's block or I'm seeing like a woman sitting at a computer or a person sitting at a computer, he, she, they, like almost like they're studying, like not in college, but they're like studying. Okay. That's what I'm seeing. So I'm seeing like someone studying and writing down like notes, like an outline of ideas, maybe for a book or maybe for a paper. There could be a thesis that you're doing. It could be somebody in college. It could be someone writing a thesis for a paper or for a class that they have to do. But remember that you need to keep doing your research, keep learning information and getting information. Remember, we all have the internet at our fingertips. So make sure that you are learning all the time. So the more you learn, the better you are at a subject. And we're all like that, all of us. So we can all learn important things from one another. So if someone comes to you and asks for advice, just make sure that. So anyway, just remember that there are people that can help you, point you in the right direction. I'm hearing. So I'm seeing it like a star, like not like maybe like a northern star, but like I'm seeing a star. Okay, so it could be a northern star because that's a guiding light, right? For travelers, it was always, always pointed north, always helped travelers by land and sea. So yeah, I'm seeing a star. So, if you have a guiding star or a guiding person that can guide you in the right direction, make sure that you're asking for help. So we have the Hanged Man here, and we have the Patient Witch. Again, so this is duplicate cards here, guys. So learn to get comfortable with sitting still whenever necessary. Remember that the Hanged Man is about, stagnation, but also a different perspective. And again, I'm seeing someone studying, and maybe like the stuff you look up, like the whatever you're researching, and this could be for a book too. Excuse me, if you're doing any kind of research or anything, it may give you a different perspective on what you're trying to write. And it may be a little stagnation. You may have to take more research and do more of that. And it may take more time. But remember that, again, this is stagnation. You're seeing something from a different perspective. So even if you're looking something up, you may be able to get a different perspective on what the topic you are using. And again, we have duplicate cards. So 2 of cups here, 2 of cups here. Some people are like the pumpkin to your spice. I love pumpkin spice, actually. So remember that this is about partnership. This is about union. Maybe you write a book and you find a good publisher. Maybe your thesis actually wows your teachers if you are in college right now. So you also could have a partner that's helping you with a project. This could be at work or at school. Yeah, because I'm getting like a lab, and there's 2 people working in like a lab. So this could be like a lab partner, or it just could be a coworker or something. So maybe you get on with a coworker, and you and your coworker are, good friends. Maybe you hang out after work or something. But I'm definitely getting like calamity here. So, hanging out with great friends. Again, we had the 3 of cups. So the 3 of cups is definitely here, and, friendship, hanging out with friends. Remember that even if you're doing all this research and you are seeing something from a different perspective, that maybe you're going to have to take some time out, for yourself. Sorry. And, hang out with a good friend if need be. Okay. So that's just letting you know that, again, we're getting duplicate cards here. So that's a great thing. It's just reiterating and confirmation for any topic. So the moon here is the last one, the last clarifier for the 3 of Wands. So remember that while you're waiting for your ship to come in, to reflect on feelings that no longer serve you. This says take time for deep self-reflection is essential. So taking time to, self-reflect, getting rid of what no longer serves you while you wait for your ship to come in is a great way to not only help you see yourself from a different light, but also get you the celebration. So maybe self-reflection is you need to be with friends. You need to, be with your friends, and you need to, talk things out with your friends. Maybe you're going through a rough patch. Friends' advice can always help you, and I hope that gives you peace of mind to, have a good cry with your friends, or, have a girls' night out, guys' night out, whatever will help you to unload and, come out of your shell, so to speak. So the clarifiers for the Hanged Man, we have 8 of Wands. So light a fire underneath your cauldron and go, go, go. So the 8 of Wands is about haste. It's about something moving very fast. Even if you're in the stagnation, you're still looking from a different perspective. You can still, there are things that do acquire your attention. Maybe this is self-love. Maybe this is a spa day with your friends. Saying, hang out with your friends, have a celebration with your friends, if that is what is needed in your life. So this can talk about something could be going fast for you, but you need to have that stagnation period. So you need to, something is wait, look at it this from a different perspective, because there could be time that is needed. The second one I pulled is 7 of Pentacles. Nurture what you have and see how it grows and grows. So 7 of Pentacles obviously is planting the seeds. You are manifesting, or you are writing something, or you are doing something to sow the seeds of something that you need in your life. Again, there may be stagnation, but that is a good thing, because you are planting the seeds, and now you're just waiting. So 2 waiting cards, on top, pretty much to clarify each other. So you're going to need that time. The next one I pulled is 9 of Swords. We all get a bit carried away with our worries sometimes. Like I get the feeling like some of you in my audience are just worriers. You worry about everything, and your worst fears are always, like the worst case scenario, so to speak. Try not to do that. Try, if you must, if you can't get out of your own head, maybe spend some time with friends so that you can, because worrying doesn't help anything. It just, and you're always going to think the worst case scenarios. Try not to worry so much about the outcomes, the outcomes are going to come to you. As I said, your ship is coming in, but it's going to take some time. So whether that is, whatever is causing the stagnation, you are going to worry about it. Try not to worry about it. Try to get your mind onto other things. Toxic witches, I think this is the devil card. Be cautious of those who take more than they give. Yeah. So this could be something you're worried about when it comes to a situation, your ship coming in. You could be worried that someone is very toxic in your life, or there could be someone toxic in your life, or there could be a group of people that are toxic in your life. And maybe it is that you need to step away from that, if it's a group of friends, or if it is a group of coworkers, or your boss, or whatever. Make sure that you are, maybe you need to step back from the situation and think about it, because then the last card I pulled for this was the Empress. There is beauty to be found in every experience. So if you are having a toxic time, maybe at work, maybe at, wherever you are in your life right now, if you are worried about a situation, I keep getting the person sitting down at the, if you need to write out, journal your thoughts and feelings, so that you can, read back over it and see, if maybe you can see something in a different light. Okay. So I'm definitely picking up that you need to sit down and journal, and there's going to be stagnation, but there's also going to be toxic people. So you want to stay away from them, because they will make you worry about what's happening, and can even make you feel like, you want to give up on a situation. Please, please, please don't give up on the situation. Just learn from the experience and go to a different situation. Okay. Or look at it from a different perspective. Okay. And try to stay away from those toxic people. Okay. As best you can. So, of course, the clarifiers for the Three of Cups, we have Justice, the Ten of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. So Five of Pentacles, nothing is ever as hopeless as it seems. Again, you're going to be worrying and worrying and worrying, the worst case scenario. And you could be feeling like you're left out in the cold because this is taking so long. Something is taking so long. But you need to look at it from, again, this is not, because you're in this stagnation, that's not a punishment from spirit or from the God or Jesus or the goddesses and gods. It's literally just, it is a new perspective. It is coming to you. Something is coming to you, but try not to worry so much about it. So the Nine of Swords was about worry. This is about feeling left out in the cold. And remember, it's not as hopeless as it might seem. And like I said, you will always think of, the worst case scenarios. So the Ten of Wands is someone who carries a lot of burdens. Why make things so much more difficult than they need to be? So this is if you start to worry, you start to get down on yourself and feel hopelessness because something is not coming. I know I was feeling this earlier too. It feels like I'm trying to manifest something and it's not happening, and it's not going to happen. That I'm just going to be stuck in this whatever this is, what I call my poverty stage. I'm stuck in this poverty stage, but it is coming. It's just taking so long, and there's a reason why it's taking long, and I need to shift my perspective. Okay. So Justice is stick to your truth and everything will turn out fine. Again, this is self-explanatory. Stick to your guns, stick to your truth, and everything will work out fine. If you, and like I said, it could be that you want to get out with friends. So get out with them if you can. Because I'm sure they'll tell you the same thing I'm telling you. You need to keep your wits about you, because this is coming. And remember, go after your enthusiasm, because your enthusiasm is, once you get that back, it's it's going to come in. So, the Two of Cups, the union comes in, or the partnership comes in, or a relationship, or you have good health, you're starting to feel better about yourself. You're going to feel the stagnation. You're going to worry. You're going to, have these things. But remember, stick to your guns. Don't give up. I will tell you later that that brings a lot of sense because we have some witches wisdom, and trust me, it's like spot on with that as well. So, all right, let's get back to our clarifiers here for your enthusiasm or the Page of Wands. So we have the Fool. Take a chance, for each morning is a new beginning. I can't emphasize enough. That's your enthusiasm. So the Fool is new beginnings, getting out there, taking risks if you have to. During the stagnation, do something you wouldn't normally do. If you don't pamper yourself, pamper yourself. If you don't usually see friends, see friends. We also have Judgment. All the signs say that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So even during the stagnation, guys, even this pause or whatever this is, where your stuff isn't coming in. So I'm getting whistle while you work. I don't know why I'm getting that, but again, you're on the right path. You're waiting for your ship to come in. So make the best of it. If you have to, do something that sparks your interest. Wands is about passion. Find your passion again. Find your zone de tetra or whatever. Find a new hobby if you have to. We have the Nine of Wands. It will take a heck of a lot more to defeat you. I'm not going to say the real word, but it will take a heck of a lot to defeat you. So you are very strong. Remember that the Nine of Wands is like the wounded warrior, excuse me. You may be wounded, you may be tired, but you're still going. You're still going to, keep on going. You're on the right path. You're doing what you need to do. So keep on moving forwards. Excuse me, don't look back. So the Two of Cups. This is the clarifiers, the Two of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the King of Wands. So King of Wands, shine your inner candle light bright enough for others to follow. Be that beacon of enthusiasm. Be that beacon for some people because they may be on the same path you are. You never know. Or you could be a leader. So the King of Wands is my man. He's an Aries. He is what I would call a leader. Like he's my hero. So again, the King of Wands is someone who, they're bold and daring and they are brash, but they are like leaders of their kind. They love to be bold and daring and take risks. Maybe that's what you need to do too. You need to take risks, and it could lead you to your person. If you're looking for a relationship, it could lead to good health. Take more time at the gym. I'm hearing. Follow your path. Whatever the stagnation is it's a good thing because you need to self-reflect and you need to keep going and be that beacon of light for someone who may be following in your footsteps. They could be, you could be a leader of something and they could be following, you could be a teacher. And you could be teaching other people things that they need to know for the future. Two of Wands, your decisions decide your future here, nothing else. So again, this is about a choice. You have a choice to sit home and mope around and worry about stuff that is and again, you always think of the worst case scenarios. Instead, you could get out and make your decision to make your future better while you wait for something. Okay. I keep hearing if there's a party you don't really want to, you're not really into it, I would say go see what happens. You never know. So Seven of Cups, not every great option you're given, not every great option you're given will be a great option for you. So again, there could be a reason why there is stagnation in something that you're wanting to come in. It could be that maybe it's not meant for you. Maybe this isn't right for you. And the universe or God or Jesus or the goddesses and gods or anybody could be trying to manifest something for you that is better for you. Maybe you're too low. If you're, contemplating wealth, maybe you are going too low, or maybe if you're looking for a relationship. So if you're looking for wealth, go higher. always go higher. You know your self-worth. So let's say you think, well, if I get a job, I want maybe 75,000 a year. Go higher, go 100,000. Do you deserve it? Okay. If you were looking for a relationship, maybe you're settling in relationships. Maybe there's a relationship out there for you that you don't have to settle for. Okay. So that also could be the stagnation and the reason why things are stagnant. So keep going forwards, guys. I keep hearing keep going forwards. I did pull 3 wisdom witches cards, witches wisdom. The first one is the staff. So this is about your foundation. This is stability. There's something in your life where you have gone off the beaten path. Okay. This is about stability, your foundation, your path. Remember, the staff is, the staff is here to remind you that your stability is here. Okay. You need to get back on whatever distracted you. This could be, something negative that happened to you. But whatever took you off your path or took you away from or distracted you from something, this is here to say you need to get back on that path. Get up, right back up on that horse and get going. This cannot hurt you. It can only help you. So remember that, okay, distractions are nice for a little while, but let's get the focus back. Let's focus on what we need to do to make ourselves better. So that this could be self-love. This could be a day at the spa, a day at the gym. If you want to get healthier, maybe you had some junk food and, you're feeling bad about it. You're worried about it. Oh no, I'm going to gain some more weight, blah, blah, blah. Hey, get up on that horse and get again. Go to the gym and do double reps or whatever you have to do. Make sure that you're going to the doctor regularly, so that, he can see your health progress if you are able to do that. So the Book of Shadows this is about writing down your thoughts and fears. Remember, a Book of Shadow is a witch's journal, but it's also a witch's thoughts and feelings, dreams. And this goes back to the journaling. This is kind of like a witch's journal almost. So not only does it have our spells and stuff, but it also has, our thoughts, our feelings, our dreams, our hopes. So maybe, like I said, maybe you need to do journaling. Maybe you need to write everything down. I'm hearing dreams. Listen to your dreams. I had a dream that my man actually gave me a card because he knew physically I was depressed. And of course, we are very spiritual as well. So we, support each other through the fact that, he knew I was depressed. And so he, I guess, was in my dream and we were dream walking together and he gave me a card to make me feel better. So if that is something that you can do, if you can have that kind of a day where, you just need to worry about, if you need to get it out on paper, and you never know, you could turn it into a book. Like I was saying earlier, maybe there are authors in our audience. Hey, that's great. I'm glad that you have this, whatever idea it is, but get it down on paper or type it out on your computer, something, get it out to the, to the ether, the physical world, and you'd be surprised what's going to happen. So the last card I pulled is cauldron or containment. So I know a lot of you have a lot of passion, a lot of enthusiasm, and that's great. That's what you want. You want that enthusiasm as you wait for your ship to come in. But there's something here that needs to be contained. So maybe you have a little too much passion, a little too much enthusiasm. Try to contain that, because right now that is not serving you. Okay, too much enthusiasm, too much passion can overload you and overwhelm you as well. So this is just kind of saying, make sure that you're containing anything that's overwhelming to you. Try not to share too many things with the world right now. I know you have a lot of ideas. You need to get them down on paper, and then you can enact what is coming to you. Get it down on paper first. Get every little detail, whatever this is, on paper, or get it onto a computer, or get it in a notepad or something. and then see what you can enact, but don't enact too much. Like, don't go after too much. This is saying, because you don't want to overwhelm yourself. You're actually going to do yourself more harm than you would good. So my advice for you is, yes, get it out all on paper. Get your hopes and dreams and details, details, details. That's what they tell us in computer school. Details, 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 because you want, someone to know. If you have to be on vacation, this is what they always tell us. So if someone's on vacation and you need to pick up their slack, or you need to see what they're doing in their notes, and they have like no notes, or their notes are like, did this and that's it. Well, you're like, what do I do now? Did they do anything else? So details, 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 and try not to overwhelm yourselves, because you are going to overwhelm yourselves if you try to do too much all at once. Okay. That also could be why you need to take a break. You need to see a different perspective. That could be why there's stagnation here, because you're doing too much. So you need to do one thing at a time. Remember that you don't want to overwhelm yourself. You don't want to become worried. You don't want to make things come to a complete stop. You know what I mean? So don't think you have to do more work than you have to, is what I keep hearing. Do you one thing at a time. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. That's another thing I keep hearing. Rome was not built in a day, guys. Take your time. Focus on one thing at a time. And I'm pretty sure that this week is going to be spectacular for you. I cannot wait to hear. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this and what your passions are. You can tell me. I have no problems with that. Feel free. Just if you don't mind, please don't leave comments like, oh, you're going to, down there and blah, blah, blah. Look, everyone has a right to believe what they want. We all have whatever gets you through the night. That's what John Lennon said. So I love the Beatles, a big Beatles fan here. So whatever gets you through the night. And you can believe whatever you want to believe. That's why we live in the United States, because, it's freedom of religion. So anything else, if you want to, tell me your hopes and dreams, that's fine. Leave a comment. Tell your friends about me and let them hear and see if this resonated with them. If this resonated with you, please hit the like button and also comment and tell me if this is working out for you. What is stagnant? What is your passion, and what can you get enthusiastic about? So tell me everything in the comment section, and I will see you back here next week, hopefully for another collective reading. This is Mrs. Witchy Perfect signing off, but have a good week, guys. And blessed be to you, or, have a great day. I hope, God and Jesus or whatever praise you.